Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Houston Astros. John Shambi on play-by-play. Chris Singleton providing the color. Well, Singy, this ballpark's still among the game's best. When the roof is open, it feels like an outdoor ballpark, and then you have the shade and the cool when the roof is closed.
Yeah, and formerly Tal's Hill out there and in center. You still have the Crawford boxes in left, a unique setback in left center field, which causes the left fielders to have to play differently, but there is a lot of character to this place.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And on the mound now, Lance McCullers Jr. Chris, it's a little more common these days, but still, he's a strikeout per inning type of guy.
Well, I hear you about the strikeouts. A lot more guys striking out today, but when you consider having the ability to get that strikeout, particularly when you needed a man on third, less than 2 outs, situations where, yeah, maybe you're not a real high strikeout guy, but just knowing you have the swing and miss stuff in a big spot, I think it's real critical, and he's got it.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball 2.
That's one you always want as a pitcher, down at the knees, and it looks to me like he's barking. That's a strike. Doesn't change the call, but sometimes it helps to let that frustration out a little bit.
Missed with a changeup. Ball 3. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
Here is Freddie Freeman.
Yeah!
Now the 0-1. Well struck, deep right field, way back and out of here. A 2-run blast. And the Dodgers have the lead. It's 2-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boo. We knew it wasn't coming back.
That home run was a no-doubter. As we dive into the numbers with StatCast.
Crushed, Boog, just absolutely crushed. 112 miles per hour on the exit velo, and like you said, no doubt about that one. Plenty of launch angle to give it that backspin as well, and that carried way over the wall.
Will Smith in the box now. No balls and a strike.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
And the 0-1.
Ball. That's inside.
That clips the corner. And he'll challenge that called strike. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. Still 2 challenges left for them. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. And that wasn't even close. Ball 4.
2 walks in the first has to be some cause for concern. I mean, you're talking about a guy you want to pitch deep into the ball game. It's not going to help with the pitch count right there. They can't afford to hand out free bases at this rate.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Smith on at first, nobody out. Swing and a foul out of play.
That's a
Really
ball.
good slider. He's up there just hoping that it ends up off the plate away.
And a swing and a miss. And that's the first out. Okay, let's check out the lineup. This is a ball club that can really slug. Lots of homers, lots of extra base hits. And Chris, that of course a huge part of success in the standings for this group.
In today's game, hitting with power is essential, Boog. With pitchers throwing 95 and above, stringing hits together is hard to do. So home runs and extra base hits are crucial, and that's exactly what they've been doing.
Outside, that's a ball.
In now, takes ball one off the plate. This one in the air, center field. He's got it.
Batting sixth, center fielder Andy Pajes.
And up next for Los Angeles, Andy Pajes. Lifted in the air, right center field. Smith coming on. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Dodgers claw back a bit with this homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And on the hill for the Dodgers, big Tyler Glasnow. What's the word on him?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
And here comes Carlos Correa.
Carlos Correa.
Close,
Ball
but
one.
call the ball. Ball one.
Ball.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
That
Ball,
one
that's up there.
misses. Ball three.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
And that's through there for a strike. And the count is 3-1. That's a strike.
2.
No question about this one. It's out of here. A solo shot. And they're on the board. It's 2-1. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat.
Singy StatCast tells us exactly what we were all thinking. That ball went a long way.
Yeah, just shy of 500 feet. Unreal power.
Here's Yordan Alvarez.
Ball.
The 1-0.
The big bat's coming up and a home run already surrendered. He's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
That's ball 2.
That one hammered, but pulled foul. 2-2 now. And there's a ball. Out to center. And there's one down. Let's take a look at our lineup. This is an offense, Chris, that's having a hard time scoring runs right now.
Yeah, sometimes things just aren't going to click, and unfortunately what happens is players press, they try to do a little bit more, and they get out of their game. You've got to let the game come to you. If you chase it, it's going to run from you. So this is a team that just needs to calm down, relax, and understand that they're going to come out of this.
Isaac Paredes, the next to hit, takes ball one.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it. Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Strike 3, and now just 1 K to go for him to reach 1,000 for his career.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
And now it's Christian Walker. Oh, nice play. Throws from his knees, and they get the out.
That was a great job of doing the math. He had the perfect angle, diving stop, completes the play, and that ends the inning.
Back here in Houston, top of the second, Max Muncy steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Nice grab. Over to first. Nicely done for the out.
Batting 8th, shortstop, Miguel Rojas.
Miguel Rojas at the plate. And it's fouled away. Singy, he wasn't real sharp in the first, got hit around, but really more so, didn't throw a ton of strikes.
Well, he's just got to find a way to settle down. He was clearly fighting himself out there, not really finding the strike zone, walking batters. So we'll see if he can get back on track and fill up the zone a little bit more.
Here's a 2-2. That's a little bit low. And that's outside ball 4.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Next to hit, Santiago Espinal.
Nope. Ball 1.
Man at first, one away. That one ran inside, almost got him.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
Misses again,
outside.
5 in a row. And ball
That's ball
4
4.
to a
Take your
board.
base.
Well, he's been in a very giving mood today.
Designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. He walked and came around to score his first time up.
Oh, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit and not an easy one to throw either.
2 on, 1 out. And that one hit to first. 1 at second. What a double play that was. Inning over. So they're able to work around a pair of walks in the inning. Down to the bottom of the second. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Astros 1. Bottom of the inning, and stepping in for the Astros, Jose Altuve.
Jose Altuve.
Strike on the inside corner. Nowadays, with advanced metrics and increased use of moving the infielders around, defense isn't necessarily about making errors. Are you able to get to the ball? Are you able to position fielders where hitters hit the ball, but within the new shift rules?
And an area that goes unnoticed is the coach that's responsible for positioning, and then the research person that's providing the information. So what we're seeing in baseball, so many more people behind the scenes that are contributing to the success between the lines.
Stepping in, Yainer Diaz. And that one pulled foul. Here comes the 0-1. Right there for a strike. Freddie Ferguson behind the dish, calling the balls and strikes. The 0-2 stays alive. Oh, 0-2 now. Strike 3, and now just 1 K to go for him to reach 1,000 for his career.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Cam Smith in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike.
Ball, that's in.
Right side. There with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. Astros go down 1-2-3. They're down 2-1. All set for the start of the inning. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Freddie Freeman. McCullers back to work. On the ground. Tosses to first. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for the Dodgers, catcher Will Smith.
The batter now will be Will Smith. Walked his first time.
Inside, ball one.
Next pitch in for a strike, and the count even 1-1. Line drive, base hit, right center field. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Up next for the Dodgers, left fielder Teoscar
And now
Hernandez.
Teoscar Hernandez struck out swinging his first time. Sliced hard but foul. Hernandez measures 6 feet even, batting in the cleanup spot, and he was born in the Dominican Republic.
Inside, ball.
Outside.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball two.
Smith over at first with one away. On the ground to the left. And that one finds its way through. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Up next for the Dodgers, right
So
fielder
here's Kyle Tucker now 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Ground ball left side down the line, and it's foul.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Runners at first and second with one gone. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Next
Ball,
one
that's out.
misses. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
1 out. Runners at first and second. Line drive to short and caught.
Up next for the Dodgers.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. At the plate, Andy Pajes. Flied to right his first time.
Keep an eye on this at bat because even though it's early, it could change the outcome of this game. Look for your pitch and attack it.
Some early action out there in the bullpen. Brian Abreu preparing to come on if needed. Blue ball also throwing. Two on, 2 outs.
Ball one.
That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Throw in holds the lead runner at third, so it'll be bases loaded and 2 gone.
Just a simple ground ball the other way. They had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Astros bullpen. McCullers gets the hook. Walk's a big problem for him today as he leaves on the hook for the loss. Back after a quick break with the new pitcher.
Now pitching for
A.J.
the
Blue Ball
Astros,
gets handed the rock
number
out of the pen.
69.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
Here's Muncy to hit. 0 for 1 so far.
Aye.
All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Ball
That's
one.
a really good take.
Fights it off, you'll see another. Swing and a ball hammered right field, going back on its way, gone! Grand slam! Oh my! He'll touch them all. And they tack on to their lead. It's 6-1.
Great job here of staying within himself. You know that if you get a knock, you're going to drive in a couple. So stay focused on that. Well, he does more than just a knock. Hits the grand slam to drive in 4. Really good job at the plate.
So 2 down. Miguel Rojas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. He reached out a walk his first time.
Ball, that's low. Ball, down.
That's off the inside corner, and now 3-0.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
High fly ball, right field. Smith under it. And that is that. 2-run shot for the Dodgers this inning. And this is now a 6-1 ball game. Back here in Houston, and stepping in for the Astros, Bryce Matthews.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
Comes up empty.
You tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
And next to hit for Houston, Dustin Harris.
Leadoff man on. It's time to play a little small ball. Get some base runners. Try to dig yourself out of the hole.
Ball one.
Feels like the fastball is catching them off guard at times. They've watched several go by for strikes, and they're still not attacking them for some reason.
Checks over to first, back safely. And that's downstairs.
That's down.
And that's ball 2. Tied him up inside with that one.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Strike 3, and now just 1 K to go for him to reach 1,000 for his career.
Well, he just had no answer for that hard inside fastball right there. Just blew it by him. And not every pitcher likes working inside, especially with 2 strikes. They don't want to hit a batter and waste an opportunity to put him away. But if you can locate that fastball just like he did, most hitters aren't looking for it, and it becomes very difficult to get a piece of.
Correa, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Check swing went around. No balls, 2 strikes. In the dirt, blocked. The throw into second. Tag safe at second. And good hustle to move up. That's a wild pitch.
Well, that right there erases the chance at the inning-ending double play. So good job on the bases to move up on the wild pitch. Changes the outlook of the inning in a pretty big way.
Man at second.
That's ball 2.
Strike 3, and now just 1 K to go for him to reach 1,000 for his career.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Alvarez in the box now, takes strike 1.
Yep, that ball went out.
Runner at second, 2 down here in the last half of the 3rd. Fastball for a strike.
2.
Strike 3, and now just 1 K to go for him to reach 1,000 for his career. 1 left for Houston. They trail it 6-1. Start of the 4th, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Santiago Espinal. Check swing, and he went. And it's 0-1.
You know, these Dodgers really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. You just can't average 2 runs per inning without a complete team effort from the lineup. Everyone's been doing their job, setting up the next hitter and taking care of their own business at the plate.
The 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The 1-2. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Got him swinging.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Ohtani in the box again, takes the strike. Almost got him. One and 2 now. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Can't glove it cleanly. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this.
Up next for the Dodgers.
That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
So now it's Freddie Freeman.
That's a ball.
Quick toss to first.
He's safe.
Ohtani back in. 1-0. Runner takes off to the right side. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Gets off a throw.
He's safe.
Save. It was never going to be easy after the misplay.
Looked to me like he kind of let the ball play him instead of playing the ball, and it just ate him off. Your hands get stiff, and even the best infielders make these kinds of mistakes. You just have to learn from it and move on.
First and second, 1 out. Will Smith to the plate. A walk, and he's also singled. On the ground right side, and that's just foul. Ohtani, the lead runner, out at second. Freeman at first, 1 gone. The 1-1 is fouled off. Two on, 1 out. Got him looking. He'll challenge. Thought that was a ball.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to stay on. You don't want to get beat inside, and as you see that pitch continue to run away from you, by the time it's in the catcher's mitt, you think it's a ball off the plate away.
Teoscar Hernandez getting ready to hit. 1 for 2.
Hey!
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Man, I'm pretty impressed out there on the mound right now. I mean, these are tough spots where pitchers really got to bear down. Those last 2 pitches were well executed.
Chop to first. Walker. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Dodgers strand a couple. They lead it, though, 6-1. Ready to go, bottom 4. And stepping in for the Astros, Isaac Paredes. Glasnow back to work.
Well, a big lead like this is comfortable many times, but not when these 2 teams are matching up. You got to continue to keep your head down, play catch with that catcher, and just try to move through this lineup. He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
Hey!
Hammered down the right side, but foul. Just missed.
Inside.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Close pitch there, but you got to forget about that call if you're out on the mound. You can't let it affect you going forward. You've got to get out of the inning first, and then if you want to be frustrated, take it out in the dugout.
Walker takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
And that's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. 1-2 now. In the dirt. The Dodgers leading by 5. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Strike 3, and now just 1 K to go for him to reach 1,000 for his career. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. He struck out swinging in his first at bat.
Jose Altuve.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Nope.
Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Battling here as he fouls it away. Strike three, and now just 1 K to go for him to reach 1,000 for his career.
Catcher.
Here's the catcher, Yainer Diaz. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with, but throw something you can command and get this at bat over with as quickly as possible.
Here's the 0-2. Strike 3, and now just 1 K to go for him to reach 1,000 for his career. So the Astros lead 1. The lead remains 5. It's 6-1. Back here in Houston, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Kyle Tucker.
You know, these Dodgers really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in, so I'd say mission accomplished.
Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone. Gets to it onto first. Got him. 1 away on the strikeout.
Kind of muffed that strikeout pitch right there. I'm not sure if he got crossed up or tied up, but either way, good composure to recover and finish the out at first. That's a play you could easily panic on and throw into right field.
Here's the center fielder, Andy Pajes. Ground ball right side, and foul ball. Here's your 1. And the sweeper catches the plate.
Ball,
Pretty
that's
standard
upstairs.
high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Up next for the Dodgers, third baseman, Max Muncy.
Here comes Max Muncy.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. Harris gets under it. And that is that. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. They still lead it, though, 6-1. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And stepping in for the Astros, Cam Smith. Right through there for a strike.
Well, these Astros, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Ground ball to the right side. Freeman takes it to the bag, and that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th.
Astros, center fielder,
Bryce Matthews, the next to hit. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Now he's challenging the called strike. Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. They'll keep both their challenges. The Dodgers leading by 5. Last half of inning number 5.
That's outside.
And that
Ball 3.
just misses. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And that just scraped the zone. The call is overturned. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. 2 outs, base is empty. Dustin Harris up next for the Astros. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
Here we go, Dustin.
Ball, that's off the plate.
And another ball. This one in the air. Muncy in position. And that'll do it. It's the Dodgers 6 and the Astros 1. Welcome back. A few highlights to help tell the story of the game. So digging in,
Leading
Miguel
off for the
Rojas.
Dodgers, shortstop, Miguel Rojas.
All right, Astros. Woo! Let's go, Astros. Let's go, Astros.
That one at
Ball up
95
there.
missed up top. Ball 1.
Hey!
2 of the most potent offenses in the game squaring off. The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2. Line drive, speared at first. Walker steps on the bag, and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
Second baseman, Santiago Espinal.
Santiago Espinal steps to the plate for the Dodgers. A strikeout and a walk.
All 1.
Espinal, 31 years old, and he was a 10th round pick back in 2016. That's a base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Up next for the Dodgers, the designated hitter.
Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Shohei Ohtani will hit next. Not your prototypical leadoff guy. Gets on base, yes, but also some power. That one ripped, but foul. Espinal, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Curveball drops in for a strike.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
This one in the air, center field. Matthews drifts towards it. Brings it in.
Up next for the Dodgers, first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Here's Freddie Freeman now. He's already homered here in this one. Hard liner. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily, and it's now a 6-run lead.
Picks himself up an RBI. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. This one smoked on its way out of here. That one felt good, and they boost their lead. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot.
Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. A.J. Blueball will depart. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Astros go to the pen, and here comes Ryan Abreu.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
So 2 down. Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And the 1-0.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Just missing there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Just missed.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Kyle Tucker waiting to bat for the Dodgers. 2 down, nobody on. Good job to fight that one off. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Gets a piece and stays alive. Payoff pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And that's where the swing. It's a strikeout. 2-run shot for the Dodgers this inning. And they're starting to run away. It's now 9-1. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
All right, Singy, we've been in all the press boxes. You got best press box food.
I'd say press box food because of the ice cream. We have to go Philadelphia. Yeah.
Shout out to our guy Frank.
Yes. New York for me is pretty good. Yankees?
Yeah, solid.
Yeah.
Next offering is fouled back.
As far as ballpark food, one of my favorite places is San Francisco.
Garlic fries, yo.
Garlic fries, and you got the lobster roll out there in the outfield if you want to make the walk all the way out there.
It's great, though, broadcasting a game with that zoo breath where you could just, I mean, absolutely levitate some people with your breath. Now it's Yordan Alvarez.
But we got the crab fries in Philadelphia, is that right?
Yep, and then
it's been a long time for me.
Boog's Barbecue at Oriole Park.
I knew you'd go there.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, you can work in your name, huh?
That's right. 2 down.
Up next for the Astros, third baseman.
2 down, base is empty. So next up for Houston, Isaac Paredes. He is struck out and he is walked. Ripped, but it curls foul. Line drive, base hit, fair ball down the third baseline. And they have their first hit since the third inning. And he'll make it to second base with 2 gone.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
So here's the Astros cleanup hitter, Christian Walker.
Here we go, Christian.
That's in there. That's strike 1. Runner at second, 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. That one hammered, but pulled foul.
Inside, ball 1.
Man on second, 2 down. And they'll do it again. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's got a chance. And brings it in at the wall. So they can't do anything with a 2-out double. 7th inning coming up. It's the Dodgers 9 and the Astros 1. Back here in Houston, we go to the top of the 7th. Kyle Tucker steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Movement in the bullpen, Brian King, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. And that's off the outside edge, and the count is 2-0. Foul ball. Just missed.
That's the ball.
Popped up to the left into foul ground. And there's 1 down.
Up next for the Dodgers, center fielder Andy.
So up next, Andy Pajes, 1 for 3.
Ball inside.
This one in the air, center field. Matthews under this one. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Dodgers, third baseman
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Brian Abreu departs, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching.
So a new pitcher out of the bullpen for the Astros, Brian King. He's into the game with the bases empty. Muncy digs in. He's already homered in this game. Check swing, no appeal, and it's 1-1. On a line out towards center. And that's the 3rd out. Dodgers down in order, but they still hold a commanding 9-1 lead.
Now pitching for the
We're
Dodgers.
back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Blake Trinan.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
Jose Altuve up to hit here. There's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Jose Altuve.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Tucker under it. And there's one down.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Up next for the Astros, catcher Yainer.
So digging in, Yainer Diaz.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Hey!
The Dodgers up big in this one. Here at the bottom of the 7th.
Ball 1.
Next pitch is in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike. That one missed. Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. 3-2 now. In the air on the infield. And there are 2 outs.
Up next for the Astros, right fielder Cam.
So next up for Houston, Cam Smith. He's grounded out a couple of times.
Hey!
Strike 2. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. And that'll do it. Astros are down quietly. They trail it big. It's 9-1. Back here in Houston, we go to the 8th. Miguel Rojas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And it's 1-0. Action in the pen down there. Steven Okert appears to be getting loose. That one fouled off.
Ball 2.
Pitch is in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that one a little bit high. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And a payoff pitch. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Here's the second baseman, Santiago Espinal. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. Yo one. And that one almost got him. Popped up. Paredes settles under it. And there's two away.
Up next for the Dodgers, the designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani.
Back to the top of the order. Now here is Shohei Ohtani.
Well, I say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike one. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives you a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
And they don't come much closer, but it was a ball. They'll keep their remaining challenge. 2 down, nobody on.
Ball, that's outside.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. That one gets down for a hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Up next for the Dodgers.
There comes a skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Brian King gives way, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching.
So a lefty out of the pen, Stephen Oker.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. And that one's a little bit low. And that's ball one. Ohtani off of first with 2 away. And a slider misses down and away. Two one now. And misses inside.
That's inside.
Will Smith would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
So a walk puts runners at first and second.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
So first and second with 2 outs. Will Smith digs in now.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat.
And first offering is fouled off. Two on, 2 outs.
Ball, that's inside.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. And a swing and a miss, and that's that. It's the Dodgers 9 and the Astros 1. Bottom of the 8th.
Leading
And
off
stepping in for the Astros,
center
Bryce
fielder,
Matthews.
Bryce Matthews.
Right through there for a strike. Strike two.
Too close for me,
inside.
partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
Let's go, Bryce. That's a ball.
Stays alive. And a swing and a miss. And there's one down.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
That one ripped right center field. And in one hops the wall. Now around second, going for third. The relay. Oh, he can't hang on to the throw. Doesn't get too far away, so no one moves up.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
So back to the top of the order. Carlos Correa now at the plate.
Ball one.
One away with a runner at third. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Liner snagged at first.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
And I think Dave Roberts is coming out of the dugout. Lake Trinan won't go any further, and he leaves a runner at third. So we'll see how the next pitcher deals with that when we get back.
Now pitching for the Dodgers.
New pitcher for the Dodgers,
Number
Edgardo
60,
Henriquez.
Edgardo
He's
Henriquez.
pitching on 2 days rest. So now the Astros designated hitter, Yordan Alvarez. 0 for 3 in this one.
Ball one.
Towards first. He takes it on his own. Inning over on the ground out. Took just 2 pitches to finish the frame out of the bullpen. It's the Dodgers 9 and the Astros 1. Back here in Houston, their offense has produced a lot of hits so far, as we see from the spray chart.
Yeah, when a team has this many knocks, a lot of the time it gets clustered to one side or another. Not today. They're hitting it all over the field.
Hey.
Oker, a 6'2 southpaw. He features a slider, a four-seamer, a cutter, and he works in a changeup. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. And it skips in the dirt.
That's a ball.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, Boog, I'll tell you, when he goes to look at the video of that pitch, he's going to want to punch himself. That slider had hit me written all over it, and clearly he just got a little too excited and was out in front. Tell you what, when you get a pitch like that, you cannot miss it. Those have a chance to go a long way.
On the ground, right side, and it goes just foul. Way out front for strike two.
Two really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count, he's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Fights it off. He'll see another. The Dodgers up big in this one here at the top of the ninth.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Got him. 2 up, 2 down.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Stephen Oker done for the afternoon.
Now pitching.
They hand the ball over to a new arm, Bennett Sousa. He last pitched 2 days ago. And now the center fielder, Andy Pajes. First pitch, not close. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Two down, nobody on. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2.
That ball's foul.
Another 1-2.
Nope. Outside.
And down on strikes, and the inning is over. It's the Dodgers 9 and the Astros 1. Back here in Houston, bottom of the ninth, Isaac Paredes getting ready to hit.
That pitch is out.
Gas, triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Swing and a line drive slicing into right field. 1 away.
Man, he smoked that fastball. He's all over it. It's just frustrating when you can't get it to fall. Maybe next time up he'll find a hole.
And now the first baseman, Christian Walker.
Outside, that's a ball.
One down, base is empty here in the ninth.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
Hey!
A little out front there as he swings through it. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Backed off the plate that time.
Straighten him up a little bit.
The Astros with a lot of ground to make up here in the last half of inning number 9. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Payoff pitch. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Grinding AB right here, about to see pitch number 10. Smoked on the ground a second. Throw on to Freeman, and just one out remaining for Houston.
Up next for the Astros, second baseman.
Now it's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. That one misses. Ball 1. Looked like a strike to me, and here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone, so they get to hang on to their second challenge. 2 down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. The other way, and he beats the shift. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Got on plane with that pitch. Not as far away, but out there a little bit. But he let it travel, tracked it, didn't try to pull it. And that's something that can help you get going, get on track. Maybe a little bit too late in this ball game, but you just never know.
Now, Yainer Diaz. That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. Next to hit, Cam Smith. Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1.
That's out.
Altuve at second. Diaz on at first with 2 down. Swing and a ball popped up. Espinal drifts towards it. He'll squeeze it for the final out, and the Dodgers slug their way to a win in this one.
Clearly the bats came to play today, and the pitching and defense as well. We saw some outstanding plays. Great performances all the way around. Just 1 run allowed. They never gave the other side a chance.
9-1 is how it ends. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.